From AccuWeather.com, this is AccuWeather Daily, a brief host-read article. It's weather news in a nutshell. AccuWeather meteorologists are delighted to say that there is good news on the weather maps for hard-hit areas of the interior southeastern United States from Hurricane Helene for an extended period. Upcoming weather conditions, starting this weekend, will largely cooperate for relief, recovery, and cleanup efforts. Now, first things first. There will be some minor hindrances in the short term. There will be areas of morning fog that can hinder airlift operations into this weekend, but the fog will burn off during the mid-morning hours. Early morning fog can still occur in some of the mountain valleys into next week because of the lengthening nights, the light winds, and clear skies overhead. Humidity levels will remain high through the end of the week, while the conditions will be well short of midsummer heat and humidity, and can pose a challenge for those toiling without air conditioning. The most likely chance of pop-up showers and thunderstorms will be during the afternoon and evening hours through Friday, as the southern Appalachians will be on the edge of dry air to the north and west, and humid air lingering to the south and the east. Not only can the spotty downpours into the end of the week be disruptive for cleanup and recovery operations, but there is the risk of highly isolated flash flooding should a downpour erupt and linger for more than a few minutes. Normally, stormwater management systems would handle such an event with few issues, but because infrastructure is so badly damaged in some communities, it is a point to be raised. Now, for the great news weather-wise, a press of dry air will arrive this weekend from the north and the west and may stick around for a week or more thanks to a building zone of high pressure. The high-pressure zone will bring days with low humidity, cool nights, and comfortably warm afternoons. Sunshine will help illuminate areas where the power remains out. Daytime highs will be mainly in the 70s in the mountains, and within a few degrees of 80 in the valleys of the southern Appalachians. Highs will be mainly in the low to mid-80s in the Piedmont. Nighttime lows for most of this stretch will range from the mid-50s to the low 60s in the mountains, and mainly in the 60s in the Piedmont areas. The same high-pressure area will guard against heavy rain over the interior southeast as tropical activity blossoms once again in the Gulf of Mexico. Next week, there is a high risk of a tropical depression or storm evolving. Now, as far as Florida and southern Georgia, well, folks there should remain vigilant. At this time, steering breezes will likely guide that storm across the Florida peninsula, where people as far north as southern Georgia should closely monitor the situation. There is the potential for some strengthening to a hurricane prior to any landfall. Regardless of the intensity of the feature, the potential for rain is heavy enough to lead to flooding problems over Florida, especially in the peninsula, as next week progresses. In Florida, some of the heavy rain will reach areas that had little or no impact from Helene and will fall on areas that were hit hard by the powerful hurricane. That's all for now. For more stories and regional forecasts, visit AccuWeather.com, and for your local forecast at your fingertips, including a hurricane tracker, download the AccuWeather app. Enjoy the rest of your day, be safe, and I'll be back tomorrow with more from AccuWeather.